Probably make sure there's no cats in there. There's a cat. So it's 39 degrees out. As much of a workout as I need. Look, Alice, this is what our flatbed looked like. It's exactly what it looked like. When the trailer wants to go home, it has to call that number. She's working so hard. So hard.
I am.
Well, that works. That's always a plus. That works. Always a plus. Oh, look at these fancy tires. Can't get in there. I'll be like Roman Pierce on Fast and the Furious 2. Damn, where'd you confiscate these rims from? It's good to me so far. Alright. Not too bad. She'll do. What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Well, I think how to direct you.
You gonna direct me?
Yeah. I was just thinking we should say, I don't know if that was attractive being that close.
It's pretty attractive.
I was thinking we should say that it's Wednesday morning. It's beautiful here in Sacramento, California. We are still with SIVA Logistics.
Clearly.
I know it's a little confusing to some of you guys because we have a lot going on, but right now we are still leased on with SIVA, and because of that we're going to go head to Denver. And even though the weather's beautiful here, it ain't beautiful on the road.
No, we got snow in Wyoming, but it's tapering off today, so we're going to run out there and see what we're going to be dealing with. Shouldn't be too bad. Fuel is stupidly expensive, so we're probably going to slow down a little bit. Not that we're always hauling ass, but we're probably going to slow down to like 64, 65.
Yeah, we do usually about, what, 70?
About 70. See where that takes us.
What's the truck get right now for fuel mileage?
It's been cold. Our last trip, I believe, did like 6 point. I didn't have to go back and look how much fuel we bought, but I want to say it was like 6.3. That was with idling though, and a lot of idling because we had that trip where we had to sit around and wait, and it was stupid cold out. When the summertime, the truck was, you know, close to 7, but this time of the year, it's not.
Let's see if we can get that up.
So we're gonna see how that goes. And fuel surcharge is 61 cents.
61 cents. So if we're getting, for simple math, we're getting 5 miles per gallon at $5 a gallon, then it's $1 per mile, but then SIVA's paid 61 cents of that $1 per mile?
The fuel surcharge is never based off 5 miles per gallon.
I'm just saying though, for our pocketbook on simple math, because our truck doesn't get 5.
You're confusing me, so I have to pay taco about. Where's the dog?
Did I confuse you guys? Put it down in the comments, because I don't think that was confusing.
It's just 61 cents per mile. Last time we went out was 46, so it's 61 cents a mile. So it offsets, from what I'm figuring on what we're going to pay for fuel this week, it should cover the difference in cost. It should cover the difference in cost. The problem with fuel rising right now is it's spiking so ridiculously high, like every other day or every day. With the fuel surcharge, it gets adjusted once a week, so it might not keep up.
It's not going to keep up.
It's probably not going to keep up. So
I'm raring to go. Are you?
let's go. We're gonna check the weather forecast real quick, but at this point we're not gonna go southern route because it would take too damn long. Might as well just, even if we have to wait till they open the highways or something, we might as well just do that. But we'll catch you guys on the road.
SEVA sent out a survey to their employees and contractors, and they wanted our opinion on how we would rate our experience. I rated it kind of a neutral because I was still a little salty about that last trailer we pulled. So I did leave in the comments, I really wish that they would step up the trailer vetting at these terminals, and hopefully they've gotten the message and they'll do something about that, and we will have a smooth trip. Do you want to?
I know what you're gonna ask.
Yeah, do you want to?
Yes. I would eat a roast beef, Chicago beef sandwich.
That's not what I was going to ask.
Well, if you catch my hint.
I can't put that in the video.
I say it's going to be closed when we go by. Oh, you know what? Our drive license is expired.
I know. Should I activate it?
Maybe. I don't know. I say it'll be either closed or open, but I'm leaning towards it'll be closed when we go by. I don't know, I just feel like it might be. You ready?
Yep. Let's go.
Oh, our scale is open and our pre-pass sucks. I guess it needs batteries. Oh, they just closed it. Look at that. Look at that. They just closed it right in front of me. I told you it was going to be a scale closed kind of a day.
You sure did.
You got, sometimes you just have to take your time and record a video with your wife and do a proper pre-trip inspection so the scale will be closed.
See ya, suckers.
Decided to try a new strategy going up these hills, climbing Donner, because I think that's the majority of our fuel waste. Just kind of driving like you got an egg under your foot, trying to keep things under 20, and it's working out so far. I think it's doing a lot better. Using the truck's momentum to my advantage, you know, trying not to split a gear and just take a whole gear and then close the other side of the hill, because that's, the more you shift, the more fuel you waste, because the more times you have to get on the fuel pedal. But I think so far it's working out. Trying to keep, like I said, boost under 20 pounds climbing these hills, but it's sometimes I gotta go a little bit more than 20 for short bursts, because I don't want to drop another gear, you know, way too low down here. That's just more fuel wasted. So whether I use the power of the engine to climb the hill, but it's so far I've been, you know, successful keeping it under 20, and I think so far we're according to the lyometer and the dash, which our lyometer is pretty accurate. I think it's working out. I think we're about 5 to 6 tenths better than we usually are over here. And it's been non-stop uphill for like the last, I don't know, 30 miles. Pretty much just climbing. Now once we start heading towards the summit, it's more kind of like, up and down, so you can kind of use that towards your advantage and make the best of it. And that's what we're going to do. So I think usually when I get to the summit, we're like at the summit, our dash readout is about 5.9 with this kind of load, 6, and then it starts to go back up because again, it's literally all uphill from Sacramento. So if we're like at 7, that's a whole mile per gallon better pulling these hills, which I think maybe we can pull that off. And then once we get into Nevada, we'll just take it easy, and we should do a little bit better. But off topic, there's a lot of bears out there.
I know, there's 2 more there.
There's a lot on 80. There's another one on the 4-wheeler. They got a blitz going on today. I mean, not only is fuel expensive, and it's like,
there's one down there too.
yeah, there's one down there shooting.
Oh, there's one with that trailer.
Yeah, they like to work this area as you come down into Nyack. When you're coming down that 6% grade, going westbound, they like to sit here and they watch you guys from the viewpoint area, and you don't see them, but they see you. And sometimes it's too late. That's 6% grade. It gets pretty steep, so they're working it, and they are working it here today. But anyway, then once we get into Nevada, we'll just coast and do our 65, 66. I think that should be enough. But it's not only slowing down, it's your driving habits. You can't just be wide open to the floor on every hill and expect to get good fuel mileage. Because slowing down is going to work, but it's not going to help that as much as your treating your driving habits. Just watching your boost, watching how you're pulling hills, and, just all that good stuff. Dog's coughing. So anyway, we'll check in with you guys when we get to the summit and see how we're doing on fuel mileage there. Yeah, westbound, when you get down into Nyack, you got about 5 or 6 of them working there shooting you in the face, and then when you get down by Applegate, there's 5 or 6 more of them between there and Auburn, so be careful. So we just hit the summit, actually just came down, and we got there at 6.9 miles per gallon, which is about a full mile to the gallon, usually better than normal the way we drive climbing these hills, so I guess that helped a lot. On average, I'd say 6/10 to a full mile at least minimum, so it's pretty good. Watch now.
Look at that.
Jesus. Grant, you gotta lose that load off the back of that flatbed, man. That shit's moving around like crazy.
Which flatbed?
Eastbound Grant, Peterbilt. That back end of your load is shifting pretty bad on that tarp.
Are you talking to the westbound flatbed?
No, it's an eastbound flatbed Grant truck out of Idaho Peterbilt. Every corner he goes around, it's like
Hope you
he's
don't
hauling
lose
ass,
it.
man. He's hauling ass. It's like then people ask me if I have flatbed experience. More than that guy.
You have enough to see when someone else's load isn't secure.
Man, I mean, it's like there's no way you don't see that in your mirrors. That is literally moving.
I feel like you feel that in your
2,
truck.
3 feet. Yeah, you can see the trailer move. You can see the whole trailer's move. Look right there. See how it just moved back now?
I was too late on the camera.
That is not a secured load. That is
guys, we're here in Fernley, Nevada. It's windy, so I apologize for any wind noise, but take a look at these prices. Diesel credit $5.55, cash is $5.49. These are California prices in Fernley, Nevada.
What's sweet?
What's sweet?
The fuel price.
Oh no, it's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's absolutely horrible. All right, so Martin's gonna go to bed. We're gonna continue with our experiment here. Hopefully I can not kill our fuel mileage. Right now it is reading what?
7.6.
So usually when I hop in this truck here at this location, it says about 6 point, is it 3 or 4? 6, something like that.
4, 6,
6,
5.
yeah. So, no wait, or is it 6.6?
Something like that. Just we're about a mile
Let's
per
call
gallon.
it a 6.5, and we're about a mile over, like Martin was saying, but I interrupted him.
We're about a mile better just because of driving habits, just changing driving habits. I mean, I wasn't using the cruise control coming out here, and that helps because, you know, I'm not necessarily doing 64, 65 on the dot. If I can go downhill faster, I will. But for the most part, just watching your engine power, watching your turbo boost, making sure, although everybody loves high boost, I know I do, you got to keep it low to keep more money in the pocket.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try really, really hard, keep control of that pedal, and we'll see how I do. And next time we check with you guys, it's gonna be at our fuel stop.
Yep.
So that will tell the truth. You think I can do it?
I think you got it.
All right.
You're a pro woman. So we're at 117 gallons right now. We're already 615 bucks. Insane, man. Insane. We have $1,000 a day limit for fuel. I imagine that's gonna go up. But yeah, that sucks. The fuel surcharge is not gonna adjust till next week. $4,200 for the week for fuel. A lot of guys that are on their own authority and they're fighting for rates, you don't get that surcharge like SEVA gives us. SEVA adjusts the fuel surcharge accordingly weekly. Man, this is going to be the most expensive. I'm sorry, but this is going to be the most expensive fill-up. Well, it's not even going to be a fill-up because I'm not going to top them off, but this is going to be the most expensive fill-up I've ever had in this truck. Right now, $700 already, and it hasn't even popped off. And I know how much fuel we need to put in to get to where we need to go and come back to our next fuel stop. So I hate to ramble about that, but I'm just real time, just not surprised. But yeah, so anyway, a lot of guys don't get that fuel surcharge. They just have to rely on what the rate is. And the way the market is right now, there's not a lot going on. So the rates kind of suck. So guys are having to run for what it is. And unfortunately, look at that. I mean, if you guys can see that. Well, that's $775 right now. We changed our driving habits a little bit. Alice has been pushing herself really hard, and it's worked out. The truck's getting a little bit better fuel mileage. It's doing about 7 right now, so that helps. I'm gonna hand you guys off to Alice because this is starting to scare me right now. I gotta stop these nozzles.
So yeah, if you're leased on under someone's authority, usually, I mean, we're contracted carriers and you're leased on someone's authority, usually you get a fuel surcharge. If you're under your own authority and running the load board, the rates should naturally go up, but they're not right now. So as much as I wasn't excited to come back and run team and do this route, I'm kind of glad we have decided to do that because it might be really tough to make it on our own authority right now, especially being a new carrier, plus the way the cookie crumbled. Let's see what our final amount is here.
It's a lot. But it's that is about, I have never paid more than, for this amount of fuel, I've never paid more than $600, I think $84 was like our highest fill up.
I think
that was filled up. This is not filled up.
I think the traveling man said it best in his last video that he can't afford to work. So if you haven't checked it out, and you can put up with a little swearing,
yeah,
go watch his video.
Dooner Livingstone.
Yep, Dooner Livingstone, traveling man. He put it best. Ooh wee, that's
There's on average the way we feel, there's 5 more of those coming.
Yeah.
More, not as good. They're not going to be as high. This is probably going to be our highest fill up, in my opinion.
Not if it jumps overnight.
Unless the fuel jumps to $5.50 a gallon overnight, which again, that's what they're saying it will. But this is probably the most gallons I usually put in. We were like low on fuel because of our trip last time we came home, so we didn't have as much fuel as we usually do. So this is why usually I put about 140 gallons in here. Yeah, so we got here to this truck stop. I looked at the apps, and I should have probably listened to my wife telling me that Dooner was saying that the apps are lying, because it said it was 467 over here. So it's like, all right, cool, this is our fuel stop. We always used to stop here and went over. Well, we get here, it's 519. So I'm not happy because we're on fumes, because we didn't leave with as much fuel as we usually do. And we need to put fuel in here. So I look everywhere else, and it's saying, you know, 535, 540 a gallon. And I go in there and ask the guy, and I said, so it says you guys are supposed to be 467. What's the deal with the 519? And he says, oh, it's been 519 for a couple of days. Great. Thanks, Trucker Path. This is why we're not using you guys. Lies. No, I'm kidding. So 519 a gallon. It's supposed to be 549 after midnight. That's amazing. So what's awesome about that is our fuel surcharge adjusts once a week. So in case you guys are wondering, no, our fuel surcharge is not adjusting for the price hike of another 40 cents overnight. Our fuel surcharge should probably go up another 10 cents just based off of what the fuel prices are going to be overnight. But it doesn't. So, and it's not SIVA's fault. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's just how it works. Fuel surcharge, the national fuel surcharge adjusts once a week. So that sucks. We're going to be out of pocket a lot more. I suspect that when we started doing this, we were about $2,700 in fuel, okay, for 5,000 miles. Now we're probably going to be, if I had to take a wild guess, I'm going to say 42. So, yeah, that hurts. But it ain't going to run on air, so, or water for that matter. So we're going to go ahead and gonna end this video here, guys. We're in Wendover, Nevada. We're gonna probably run I-70 through Colorado because Wyoming's nasty, blowing snow and all that stuff, and I think Colorado should be okay. Truck's already starting to get a little dirty from salt, so it ain't gonna stay clean this week. Probably wash it on our way home on their last leg, but yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the